Yes. Good morning, children. I hope that you are all well and fine. Take care about yourself. Be healthy. To be healthy, drink more water. To be healthy, drink more water. Right. Now we will continue with our regular class. Until 9th class social lesson, that is lesson number 6, agriculture in India. 9th class social, 6th lesson, agriculture in India. Already I discussed some topics in my yesterday's class, in my previous class. Still some more topics are there. That is left over, then I am going to continue. So here, we discussed yesterday in the previous class what is agriculture, how many types of agricultural seasons are there, what are the different crops grown in different seasons, all the things we studied in the previous class. Now in this class, we are going to study about the chemical fertilizers, what is the importance of chemical fertilizers in the industry, green revolution, what is the green revolution, who has started the green revolution, what is the importance of green revolution, then organic material, then modern agriculture practice, and foreign trade policy. In agriculture, we are following foreign trade policy also. Not only that, we are going to study about day by day, year by year, the agriculture land is reducing. Why? What is the reason of agriculture land reducing? And if it reduces continuously like that, what happened? That we are going to study in this class, in the present class. And then MSP, minimum support price. MSP means minimum support price. Then support by government on green revolution, dry land agriculture. These are the topics where we are going to discuss in the present class. So first one is, what is the chemical fertilizer? So what is chemical fertilizer? Chemical fertilizer means fertilizers that are prepared by using petrochemicals or chemical fertilizers. They are proved to be harmful to the agriculture. Yes. So chemical fertilizers means the fertilizers that is helpful for agriculture practice. It gives more yield, but at the same time, it affects the life of the people. Why means these chemical fertilizers are used by using petrochemicals. With the help of petrochemicals only, these fertilizers are prepared, and these petrochemicals not only affects the agriculture, but it also affects the life of the people. Now, day by day, the lifespan of the people is reducing. Why it is reducing? We are not having that much strong health, and we are not having physically strong. Why means it is because of the food we take. What the food we take, it is not having nutritional food. So all the food we eat is chemical food. Why we are getting chemical food means because the farmers are using fertilizers to get more yield, to get more production. And these fertilizers are prepared by using what? Petrochemicals. So that's why that is chemical fertilizer. Next, green revolution. A green program has been started by the government of India in the 1950. In the year 1958, the government of India has started one program. The name of the program is Green Revolution. First phase, second phase, third phase, like that they have started. Mainly to increase the production of the food grains. For the purpose, they started one revolution in India. That the name of the revolution is Green Revolution. It was started in the year 1950 under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. A special program in agriculture has been started to increase the food production by adapting new methods, new techniques like high yielding variety of seeds, use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and better water management. So the main motto of the Green Revolution is to get more yield, to get more crop by taking less time, by using chemical fertilizers, by using pesticides, and by proper water management. By proper water management means, and by using new techniques, new agriculture techniques, it has been introduced in Green Revolution. All this total, so new agriculture methods, water management, usage of chemical fertilizers, then usage of pesticides, all these things is mainly to increase agriculture production, to increase more production, to increase more yield. For that purpose, Green Revolution has been started in the year 1950. During that, they have given importance on agriculture and started constructing dams, big dams, multi-purpose dams. So we have seen Sunkesala Dam is there, then Gandhajuna Dam is there, Srisalam Dam is there. All these dams is mainly for agriculture practice. The water is preserved in the dams, and that water is sent to the agriculture fields through canals, mainly to increase the agriculture yield. So mainly our India is totally dependent on the monsoons, that is on the rainy season. If rain is there, then we are getting good crops. If there is no rain, then we are not getting good crops. So at that time, many farmers are getting lost. So not to get that loss, for that purpose, Government of India has started some programs like Green Revolution program and started constructing dams. Dams they started constructing, isn't it? Right. Next step. Organic material. So material for living material from a living source and conditions contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen mainly. So material from a living source. Organic material from a living source, that is carbon, oxygen, then hydrogen. Modern agriculture farming or modern agriculture practice. This modern agriculture practice, it is a type filled by a more intensive use of land, mechanization, and we are use of chemical fertilizers and weed and pest control. Yes, modern agriculture practice. Implementation of new methods, new techniques, and implementation of new methods and new techniques in agriculture. Knowing of weeds. Weeds means here the unwanted plants that are sprouted on the food grains, near the food grains. కలుపు మొక్కలు అంటారు తెలుగులో, దాన్ని ఇంగ్లీష్లో మనం వీడ్స్ అంటాం. To get more yield, more production, we are using modern agriculture methods. That is, new techniques, implementation of new techniques, agriculture methods and agriculture techniques, removing of weeds, usage of chemical fertilizers, and usage of pesticides. All these things are the modern agriculture practices which yields good production. Then, foreign trade policy. So, foreign trade policy is the exchange of capital goods and services across the international borders or territories. Yes, foreign trade policy is exchange of capital goods. Foreign trade policy means exchange of capital goods. Now, for example, we are having shortage of onion, so we are getting onion from other countries and sending our country goods to to that countries. That is exchange of goods from one country to another country. That we call it as a foreign trade policy. Then we foreign trade policy. So it may be in the form of goods or it may be in the form of services. So now many people are migrating to America, to Canada, to Australia, to France, to Japan. Like this, many people are going and they are sending money. Daddy, take 1 lakh rupees. Sending money. Have you ever heard? We never will ever. Yes. That is nothing but we call it as a foreign trade policy. Next. So year by year, the agricultural land is reduced. Why year by year the agricultural land is reducing? What is the reason for that? Yes, the land under cultivation has got reduced day by day. So land under cultivation has reduced day by day or year by year. Why? So for that the reasons are shortage of food grains. There we face food crisis. So here, what are the reasons for that? Is shortage of food grains, which leads to food crisis. That is one reason. Second reason is malnutrition. Malnutrition under nutrition may take place. So malnutrition under nutrition take place. Then groundwater level decreases. Groundwater level decreases. So the groundwater level decreases. That also leads to cultivation. Land under cultivation has been reduced. Then inflation rises consistently. Inflation means hike in the prices. Now here we are saying what is the cost of 1 kg onion? Some 50 rupees or 60 rupees or 100 rupees. That is nothing but called as inflation. That is also one of the reasons why the land area is reduced. Then dependency on imports will be increased. So dependency on imports. So I want their foreign goods. I want foreign chocolate, I want foreign shirt, I want like that. That is also one of the reasons. Next, pollution reaches high because of less green cover. Pollution also is one of the reasons why it is happening. Next, MSP means minimum support price. MSP means what? Minimum support price. So the government of India is announcing to all the farmers MSP. That what is meant by MSP means minimum support price. Means we will give minimum support, minimum price. So earlier the farmers, the mediators will be there. They are collecting the goods, they are collecting the food grains at cheaper rates from the farmers and selling to the public at higher rates. So the farmers are cheated by that. So not to cheated by anyone to the farmers. For that purpose, government has fixed the price. Government of India has fixed some price for different crops. For paddy, 1000 rupees. For jawar, 800 rupees. For maize, like different prices they are fixed. So they have to sell the products at that price only. Minimum price. That is MSP means minimum support price. They should not sell the products less than that for the welfare of the farmers. That is nothing but minimum support price. Yes. Not to get cheated by the farmers, minimum support price has been introduced by the government of India. Next, explain the ways Indian government appointed and supported green revolution. What are the ways? How the government of India has given importance on green revolution. Right. So the green revolution was initially introduced in Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, and in some parts of Andhra Pradesh in Tamil Nadu. So this green revolution, first they started in which state? Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Like that, in these states, they started Green Revolution. Means giving importance on Green Revolution, giving importance on agriculture. So the government introduced the new kinds of seeds known as high yielding varieties to the Indian soils. So during the Green Revolution, during that period, the government has given some new seeds to the farmers. What is that seed means? That seeds are helpful to give more production. So the seeds which gives more grains, that seeds are given to the farmers to increase the agricultural production. To increase the agricultural production, for that purpose, they have given new seeds, high yielding varieties if we can say, or high yielding seeds also we can say. Are you able to catch? Right. High yielding seeds. Next, it also accompanied by the use of chemicals. Yes. Not only that, they also told to use chemical fertilizers, pesticides, removal of weeds, and given some training and instruction to the farmers regarding the water management. Chemical fertilizers ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి, పెస్టిసైడ్స్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి, కలుపు మొక్కలను ఎప్పుడు తీసేయాలి, నీళ్లు ఎప్పుడు చెట్లకు ఇది పొలానికి చేతికి పంపించాలి, ఎప్పుడు అన్ని టెక్నిక్స్ కూడా వాళ్ళకి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చినారు. ఎప్పుడు డ్యూరింగ్ గ్రీన్ రెవల్యూషన్. హూ హ్యాస్ డన్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్? బై ద గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ India. By government of India they have given. Next, a variety of yes, not only that, a variety of cooperative banks. Means many banks have also started by the government of India. Cooperative banks, urban banks, like different banks also have been started for the support of farmers. Means farmers can get the loan for investment of seeds. పొలం పెట్టుబడికి డబ్బులు లేవు. అలాంటప్పుడు ఫార్మర్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఏం చేసింది, బ్యాంక్ దగ్గరకు పోయి పొలం పెట్టుబడికి డబ్బులు తీసుకోవచ్చు. పర్ ఎకర్ 50,000 rupees or 25,000 rupees they are giving. Why means to support the farmers. That also comes under Green Revolution. These are all the programs which were launched by the government of India for the support and welfare of the farmers. Next, dry land agriculture. Last topic is there. After that, we will stop this class. Okay. Next. Salman, shall I tell or shall I stop? Right. So you are able to understand? Salman. So dry land agriculture. Last one is there. After that, we will stop our class. This dry land agriculture, in the dry land areas, availability of water is comparatively less. So all you know, dry land agriculture means the water that is present in that area is very less. So we are not getting surplus water for agriculture practice. Such land is called as dry land agriculture. In that area, so the scope of agriculture is comparatively less. No, total agriculture depend on what? Water. Water is there, then we can practice agriculture. If water is not there, we can't practice agriculture at all. So in this area, water is less. If water is less, then no agriculture practice. So even though we would like to establish agriculture in such regions, all crops can't be grown. Only some crops, yes. No water. No water, then no agriculture. So no agriculture, no production. Suppose if we also try, okay, well, I'm try to because dry land agriculture, then we can't get that much production. And one more thing, we can't grow all crops. So there is no water. No, we can't grow in this field paddy. What do you mean? ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడైతే నీళ్ళే వాటర్ వడిపడి వేయడానికి వస్తుంది రాదు. వడిపడి అంటే నీళ్ళు ఉంటేనే వరి, నీళ్ళు అంటే వరి రాదు. సో వీ కాంట్ గ్రో క్రాప్, ఓన్లీ మినిమం క్రాప్. ద క్రాప్ విచ్ టేక్స్ little amount of water, that crop only we can grow. Yes, even then availability of water or irrigation facilities should be established throughout the year. Yes. throughout the crop duration. Other regions don't have this problem. So they support agriculture. So dry land agriculture means throughout the year. For example, I have shown some Java in the agriculture in the dry land. So until I get the crop, నాకు ఎప్పుడు పంట వచ్చేందుకు అక్కడ నీళ్ళు అవన్నీ సప్లై చేస్తుంటాను. సరే ఒకసారి పంట విత్తనం వేసేసిన అయిపోయింది తర్వాత ఓవర్ నో until I get the crop. Until I get the crop, I should supply water. So lot of care should be given on dry land when compared to the other land that is present. When compared to other land. Other land is what? Availability of water is good in the other fields. Then we don't need to supply more amount of water. But here we need to supply more amount of water until the crop duration. Panta course is the water supply chestunna. Right, children? So I have completed another part. Rest of the part will continue in our next class. Till then, collect your books, collect your materials in the school, and start preparation. Don't waste your time and take care of your health. Right, children? Thank you. Take care. Bye.